if I'm right. Sunday, last week was the last time we saw them in the G2 battle best of 3 on the big stage in Spain. And then before that, remember, all 3 games going to Koi. That last... Bro, everyone with cookies, like, munching. Upset Humanoid. Mickey had biscuits as well, we'll see. Humanoid flushes away, though. Good tag, 1-1-3. Sets up for Nuke to fire down. How easy was that?
I mean, no biscuit was going to help him in that play. They become 2 isolated objectives. And it looks like Fnatic saying that they do not want to contest this. Instead, Razork setting his sights on the top side of the map, going to be trying to steal away some camps.
Leave that reminder for you for the time being while that Dragon gets done. Again, Grub's only 1 spawn now. So yeah, while Dragon gets taken down, a minute for the 1 and only topside objective until Herald at 15 minutes joins in 2. 3 Grubs to the Mites, 2 is going to give you feats of strength. That's what you need to remember. Everything else is much of a muchness, you know? And
the thing is, you'll see Razork not even able to get much on the other side of the map, as Irrelevant on his way back into lane was there to offer support.
Now spawned. And I guess no contention to start off here, not even on the dime of the clock.
I was just about to say, Upset is moving towards mid, so I thought that...
Nuke. Wait, great ulti, because Paris is coming in as well. He'll be able to find the setup, and Humanoid hopped on again. There's the auto. Paris may get the kill, but Nuke gets the credit. Razork, he's jumped in and he's popped the ulti from 1-1-3. BDS get a kill, but 1-1-3's ulti being down maybe opens up a barrel for Fnatic.
Nicely played by Nuke. Comfortable position because he was actually still sitting bot lane, pushing away, but Upset's attention was being divided.
Oh, Mickey feigned the back. In fact, he didn't get stunned up. He stuns up Paris instead, who misses the engage. 1-1-3's coming in. Mickey's at level 6, so a Magnet Storm held for now. His flash just gets him out of dodge while top lane. Oscar Renan gets some help bullying down Irrelevant, opening up Razork for the Grubs in the meantime.
So Fnatic finally get onto the board as Razork's able to pathing towards the top side of the map. Has the ultimate available, and yep, he's setting it towards the flashless Irrelevant.
Indeed, to slow him down too. Stunned up, all the spears out, the movement's been given, and that exhaust we haven't seen until now. Oscar benefits a second time, and he's off to the races.
So Fnatic investing their resources on the top side of the map to set up Oscar Renan to be this giant carry threat as we transition later into the game. Razork, now having used his ultimate, poses less of a risk as the Dragon spawns, but BDS not free from an engage as Mickey wants to retreat.
Great deadly flourish. Ice just pops the ulti immediately. The curtains will call, and Mickey, can he dodge them all? You know the answer now. BDS with their third. They get the feats of warfare as well, while Oscar's taking down the turret and TPing in. Irrelevant. The disrespect. He'll pop his ulti as Razork manages to scuffle his way out. If only just. But while bot's dying down, Oscar Renan is now becoming a game changer.
Interesting pivot there from Razork. He was originally hovering around the mid lane, but instead decided after Mickey's getting caught that there's not much that they can do to contest the Dragon. So instead he looked Artican a ways away, but the Herald spawning very soon. 35 seconds will likely be the next big point of contention.
Jungler's all in though, 1-1-3. I mean, if the Herald is a contentious point, then 1-1-3 won't have his ulti, nor will Irrelevant. They need something from this. It's a double spear out, and now the damage finally coming through, but a shove back from Humanoid, keeping Razork safe. Irrelevant overheating until the harpoons come back in action. They fly. The poke is good, but Ice is also here to cover, so for BDS, the commitment is not done over. Nuke knows he can't W in unless he gets a reset on Satchel Charge and can W straight out again, because if he stays, it's death knells as Humanoid with good poke again onto Irrelevant. He's running out of mana though, and as you said, TP is going to change the tides. Nuke is going to destroy Humanoid before he knows. TP, flash, ulti, dead. He hand delivers. Best Uber Eats driver I've seen in this decade.
Nuke with a fantastic flank TP to interrupt the TP from Humanoid as well and give the kill over to Irrelevant to help get him back into the game a little bit. The Herald going to be secured on the cross map. And I think both teams are demonstrating just great reactionary plays and recognizing, hey, we're not in a position to contest this objective right now, so we'll do something else on the opposite side of the map with
enhanced W, enhanced Q again. We'll find that with the low cooldown as Oscar Renan moves into Fog, waits for that bot wave. Playing with time right here for Fnatic is a very good thing.
Keep your eyes on 1-1-3. Remember, he likes to stack his Q up on the wards.
And he did just then. He gets a knockup. Humanoid flashes immediately, but into their zone of control, he gets a good flick back. All for Humanoid or nothing, says BDS. They won't be walking away empty-handed. Upset now flashes out and gets hit by the last curtain call. Ice brings up a double Fnatic get whomped for 2.
This is what 113 is so good at with his Xin Zhao, his snap engages. Fnatic dancing with BDS in the river are not prepared for that quick engage to come through from the Xin. Fnatic find themselves split up, and Irrelevant, even though he was put so far behind, was quick with the follow-up, threatening both Humanoid and Upset on the backline.
Razork wants the leftovers, but I don't think BDS is sharing. Third Dragon.
Split apart Fnatic. Oscar isn't even in the fight. Irrelevant flashes to commit to the play, but the ultimate from Ice was enough to help secure the kill. Now Irrelevant in the side lane.
It's a fight back from Fnatic again, and as you said, Irrelevant, this side lane might be his undoing. He's got no flash available, but the damage, where is the damage? He's just walking it out with the scrap shield. He's taken a while to die there. Finally the flick back involved with Razork getting his spears to connect. Irrelevant drops down. That's kill number 4 for Fnatic, but what does it entail? The push with Herald versus Nuke and sides. Actually looks like for Fnatic they're getting more than you would have thought.
They will get the hit to come through. There you can see the buff to the damage being done to the tower. The dive on the 113.
It's the ulti, but into melee range. 113's bought some time. The Herald's still smacking away. That turret going to drop down. Teleport burn from Nuke. That's a good deadly flourish. In place is Razork for now. The shield goes up yet again. The seismic shove misses, but BDS don't care. They've got everything they wanted. There is also a new Atakan that's just spawned in front of BDS top lane.
And their jungler is now hitting his spikes very quickly. Clearly he read the Reddit post that I saw about the LDR, picking that one up second.
Ah, yes. That and him being in the LEC probably helps. As Humanoid bursts down, but Mickey won't let him stand. Nuke flashes in. Ulti's auto, not enough! Humanoid gets away, but it is Mickey the saving grace. Razork, he flies in and he starts burning down this top objective.
A crucial pick for Fnatic as they take out the mid laner from BDS.
Gone.
And they're looking to convert it into the Atakan as well. This will be the first Atakan of the changes secured. And here come the pedals.
And look, level up from Upset as well. It's a sizable experience. Depending on what pedals are left on the map, reminder, it picks up everything.
We'll see how it actually plays out in practice as Fnatic immediately convert this pressure into a dragon. They'll deny the soul away from BDS, who's trying to steal away camps on the cross map. Pretty much the best thing that 113 can do right now. I'm sure they'd love to secure that top tower, which I think they should be able to get. It's relatively low. You can see Nuke pushing out that top wave as Fnatic invest more resources onto the bottom side of the map. Humanoid continuing that push.
I think we should also reference, while we've been hyping up Nuke this game, every time we've seen a pick from BDS, gold has been going to Ice. And Ice is 1,700 gold up individually. Yep. Almost 3 items. That rapid fire cannon is such a big boon for Jin. When he has a comp that can dive, when he can play safe at range, we talked about the setup for BDS. Feels like such an important item here when that Jin is going to start whomping on people like Humanoid, on Upset as well. Hell, even Oscar Rinnan getting poked out here. BDS, a very real threat that now exists in this game.
I mean, it's a very even game.
It is, surprisingly.
I think that BDS, we've had many mixed expectations from them throughout the splits. But towards the later half, I've gained more confidence in them as an ulti comes through.
Relevant does that flash again, but where's he going to burn a BDS defensive TP? But it's going to be 3 versus 2. Make it 3 and 3 with Paris coming in and sharing Glee. Charmed up. Good ulti with the quickness set up, though. He's not going to be good enough. Oscar gets bopped away, but in the meantime, Razork's just dead. Oscar's got Needleworks held out. Curtain call zoned out, and Irrelevant gets snipped back. Good shove back as well. All in. Upset jumps in, but doesn't get knocked up. Now Kite's away. Upset. KDA player no more. Nah. He's been away for ages. He sets up the fight so well. Ice gets shoved away, but not nearer towards Fnatic. 113 as well with a flash. They're escaping for their lives. Mickey wants to remount, but for Fnatic, that is a big win with individual characteristics.
A huge turnaround fight for Fnatic. It was BDS that was overstaying their welcome this time round. Getting that initial Humanoid to suddenly put Irrelevant so low, and now the Baron is being kicked off.
And now with Fnatic having a lead as well, maybe this Baron construes a little bit. Fnatic, all 5 members in front of the pit. We are going to flip this one, but no, Mickey over the wall with a Magnet Storm stops them all. BDS get nowhere near. Fnatic get the Baron, and Mickey again on engage. Reliable and how good his Nico is. And his rel is sitting in the same category. Now, sure, 2 out of 8 kill participation, but these last 2 engages have been slick, and Mickey playing defensive again. Equalizer down. Upset has to flash away. Deadly Flourish connects. Curtain call. Someone needs to get in front of Upset, but they can't. It's a great pick. BDS have caught Fnatic with their trousers down around their ankles. Razork gonna get a stun back because he can't do anything else. Humanoid will not commit the ultimate. and a mistake from Fnatic after an exceptional Baron.
I mean, I think that was just a really smart pick from...
And I see an Infinity Edge now on Nuke, so 3-item Tristana is also another big AD carry.
That is a huge AD carry. I mean, both of them are incredibly strong.
Mickey, angle, Magnet Storm. It's a one-man pick, but it's a good one. Nuke jumps back into the stones. Half HP, while meanwhile 113 jumped into the rest of Fnatic. BDS, not the team fight you wanted. Their sole opportunity now walking out the door.
Quite a few things happened in that play. Mickey got into a flank angle to catch out Nuke. As you rightly said, he re-engaged because Razork was looking to follow up with his ulti, but 113 interrupted it on the backline. The problem with interrupting it was he went too deep.
He died, yeah. Now, Charm, you can say that Oscarinen did the same thing. He just got nuked himself. Shut down to that guy as Ice is just trying to defend this one-hit turret. Good Weaver's wall sets up for Humanoid to maybe find them all, but BDS, group of 3, equalize it down. That choke is beautiful. There's a shove, there's a flash, and a re-engage. It's onto Irrelevant. Meanwhile, Upset has to re-ignite to the back line. He's exploding and dead. Nuke now going to carry the rest of the fight, but he's stunned up. Again into Humanoid. He keeps doing it. Humanoid's dead as well, and BDS stay standing. Fnatic just thought they were finding the pieces to Jigsaw.
A chaotic fight across the board, but it's BDS that walk away victorious. They're going to get themselves another tower. I think it would be greedy to push any more, but 4 members down on the side of Fnatic. BDS
for now, but they might need Upset there very quick. However, he's destroying that dragon. Baron's not even started yet by BDS.
That's gone. Upset has to make his way over. The Baron is melting from the double AD carries.
Oscar's got his ult in hand, and he'll obliterate anyone. Ice sees him getting zoned out. 3K. Razork looking for the steal, blasted away, and Mickey getting into the thick of it, but he doesn't get a steal or anything of the sort. Fnatic running away with their heads between their legs, but now Oscar just walks in, gets taken down. Razork jumps in, gets a stunned up, but he's isolated until Upset joins in. The angle's good, but one shot by Upset. A problem is he flushes out Razork, somehow still alive. 113 though, he's starting to thrive. Humanoid flashed on, Ice running the fight. Mickey crushes down, gets him. In the end, it's chaos, but we love it. And Ice will live in it. He breathes it, he feels it, and he lets the curtain fall.
That is a quadra kill and an ace for Ice.
52 damage this game, and that's 1.5 shields. Well, if it maxes out as...
Irrelevant, side laning again.
Yeah, and I'm looking at Razork. Irrelevant, he's not safe here. There's going to be a dive. It's a flash in. Humanoid doesn't care about the turret damage. But again, the zone, as you said, saves him. BDS want to bring in the cavalry. Oscarinen behind enemy lines. Fnatic still here. Nuke's going to push this turret, but BDS need to act quick. 5 members are looking for the push. They'll find the inhib. They get in, they get out. BDS, the counterplay, is hoping that Nuke can do the same.
I mean, respect to Fnatic for finding that play.
Okay.
It felt like such a heavy commitment, diving the tier 3 tower, but they make the play happen. They also convert it into an inhibitor. Smart and fast gameplay there from Fnatic. And look, the dragon spawning in about 20 seconds. Irrelevant, while he does have TP, is going to be down for 10. If Fnatic can find and engage prior to his arrival, it's a great position for Fnatic to be in.
I love risky League of Legends. I love when we're not playing safe in the harbor. That's what a ship is built for, but ships don't need to stay in the harbor. You know the quote, I said it wrong. Doesn't matter. Fnatic moving through the choke. The traps are set. Now down. Oscarinen, look at his health bar with his 4th item as well. Leading into the Blighting Jewel. Fnatic have the damage. This is all for Soul. Fnatic are in there taking it down quick. Nuke wants to come in, but Mickey's zone has been great. Ice opens up the curtains, but it's dead. Humanoid takes it, blocked in. Ice doesn't get hit, and BDS are now kiting back, but do they want the fight? Nuke ulties, equalizer only hits 1 onto Oscar. He buys time, Mickey's engaged. It's only onto 1, so BDS snap. The exhaust on Irrelevant would be enough if Nuke wasn't firing instead. All onto Ice, they say, with the GA. Upset repositions, but look at Nuke. Look at the Tristana. He's hopping, he's leaping, he's jumping, he's diving. It's close, but Nuke is running the space.
These team fights are absolutely crazy. It's a 4 for 3 in favor of BDS. The GA providing value for Ice, but BDS, they now have a direct access to the Nexus. It's just Upset standing in their way. He needs to buy 15 more seconds to Mickey. BDS, they're looking at the inhibitors that they're going to look to try and end.
Upset has barrier, but what does it mean against the satchel charge? You can just put this on the turret and Upset will get AoE'd. Range at max at level 18, Tristana. Nuke's gonna sit here and fire away. Upset needs to do it on this wave, but 113 ulti's out. More members coming in. Mickey trying to help. Nuke gets an open nexus, but he crashed down. Mickey, great CC, and Upset will take him to the pound.
Fnatic keep their nexus alive. 20. Upset cleverly uses his ultimate to get onto the back line, while Razork is just buying so much time. He's able to stall thanks to the shield. He gets the kill onto Ice, and if Ice had lived...
That, if anything, will end the game as BDS channel down mid trying to do it themselves. Look at the range, by the way.
This tower is not going to last long.
All it takes, and the AoE, they have to walk away. Fnatic can't stand in the vicinity of a turret. Nuke will kill him. All in from 113. It's Oscar in and caught out, but Mickey's engaged in backline. Stuns up, holds the play. Quickness good from Paris. He's zoning, but he can't get near Upset. He just walks into an auto-attacking Kai'Sa. Last shot from Ice doesn't work. Upset walks in. He's alive! He's alive! Upset with a triple. He's taking them all down. You love the number 4 so much, Ice. Why don't you marry it? Upset will chase. Razor will get the movement speed. In for a penny. In for a pound. Ice will be the last to fall to the ground.
It's an ace for Fnatic, and they're able to win out on the final fight. The death timers are too long, and Fnatic will set their sights on the Nexus and game 1 of this series.
It's just about which AD carry can perform the team fighting masterclass, isn't it? Upset does it even better than the last. And that turret, I think that's fake. Spectators wigging out because this game belongs to Fnatic.
Certainly good skirmishing options, but I think getting to that point where Azul just completely outscaled them and they're not being hit by Nocturne with Shen ult, with Orianna ultimate.
So there's attacking everywhere. Is Fnatic setting up for a dive bot lane?
They are indeed. They've slowly been working towards this, and Razork now has Paris in place. Nice pulverize though. Paris pops away Mickey because he wants to rework it into Razork. Ends up being a 1-for-1. Upset now has to run out disguising himself as Razork, while Razork sits top lane. So even though Irrelevant is walking down now to match, there is like anything as 113 starts up Grub, spawns some mites, he thinks about it, but wants to pop the ultimate, and into the shadows he goes, and Stand United interrupted, but it gets the shield. 113 sets up for Ice to get the kill. That's 2 on the Varus as Mickey is going to be a re-dive, but Tangle Barbs hits onto 2, good burst, and Paris in trouble. He took a turret shot. The minion wave was cleared. Well done by Mickey once again as he's brought company. Razork has ultied in and ultied down. Ice will not be able to move. No sleeping safe and sound either. 113 gets away with his life, but that all started with the rematch.
We looked at it just before.
We won. He won in that game, and they lost game 1.
Okay, well, it wasn't game 1, ladies and gentlemen. Paranoia comes in. Let's spark it up. 113 has no follow-up, though, so Mickey gets thrown in. Pop Blossom, 2-man, and whatever game it was, Vetty, it was a bloody good one. Mickey's doing it again, and Fnatic are starting to run away with this a bit.
And this is why I wanted to bring the topic up, because Mickey was so good at finding these engages with this champion in particular. This time, with the help of Upset, he gets thrown in with the Kalista ultimate, connects a 2-man ult, and they punish the aggression from BDS. Now they can start off the Dragon, and this is a very different early game to what we saw in game 1, where Fnatic are the one finding these advantages.
And look, Oscarin having a natural lead in the Shen lane. Jungle now very much ahead as Razork equalizes Dragons. Bot lane also equal on a 2-kill Varus. Kind of just shows you where Upset's at now. As Fnatic proceeding backwards as Mickey disguises himself, but Herald's just going to be gone. The fight afterwards as Razork onto Paris pops the Unbreakable Will. There's the Paranoia. Here comes the dive, and Stand United Shockwave. It all lands, and Upset is first to go. The ulti in response, but Mickey does it again. He said his Nico's great, and he's showing it once more. The skies are descending for Fnatic as Humanoid gets a good ulti, but look at Ice. Betty, you told me to watch the on-hit. He follows up afterwards. Mickey can't save the play. And 113 with a triple kill. Finally, BDS surged to life.
I mean, the shotgun was lethal from BDS. They take out Upset immediately. And even though Mickey found a nice return engage, it was a heavy commit.
Too deep, too early. BDS surge for them in this game. 1k gold lead, Dragon now in their favor too. Nuke's gonna get bottom turret with it. I'm just watching to see if Fnatic can do anything topside, because this is just a straight out another win for BDS here in the early game.
That fight was just a great demonstration of how the comp works, and now the pressure is on Fnatic because they need to find a solution. How do we keep Upset alive? because flash isn't necessarily enough. The combination still came through. He tried to flash away from raid-wide shred. Yes. The fact that it doesn't die particularly quickly either. Observer's highlighting for us right now how dark the map is for Fnatic, but I think this makes more sense. BDS just chipping away at that top tower. They've got the Herald, should be an easy secure. And now that's all outer towers secured for BDS, and that makes it much easier to find picks with the Nocturne. And this is the thing, Fnatic is now very scared to pass that middle point because a single overextension is just gonna give this. Okay. Well, I didn't think that a team would just start this one up, but I was wrong. Nicely secured.
Between 20 to 40 gold, depending on where you're at. Per flower, as Paris might be caught out. Caught out in his own jungle. Unbreakable Will there. Fnatic might have found a pick, but Paris gets out thanks to the Wolf. And the Will keeps him alive. Meanwhile, top lane, Irrelevant has no turret there, and he might be close to dying, but all it takes is a flash, and Oscarinin will match it hand in hand. Paranoia in response, but the cooldown's needed. You get yourself a shield. Oscarinin, he's already burnt the flash, but eventually dies. That's a pick for BDS while Fnatic get the Dragon in response.
Bit too deep there from Oscar. Point of contention now is a possibility. BDS continues to slowly gain control over the map, but there's no outer towers left for them to take. So it becomes a little bit harder for them to decide on the next play.
Paris has to be careful again. Razork's going to smite him down. Tangle Barbs. Unbreakable Will is pulled out again. No objective up until 45 seconds, but that's the Baron, so Fnatic want to edge onto this. Paris has now run out of his ulti. He'll be caught out and taken down. Upset with the kill, and Oscarinin, even though he teleported in...
objective on the map to play for, so Baron is now alive. And this is a point at which Fnatic have to be a little bit more concerned, because given that the map is completely dark for them, they're going to fish for what they can to get some information.
Paranoia, that's the fish onto Mickey over the wall. He's so low as well. He'll be feared and eventually corrupted by the night. 113 has opened it up, and that Baron may shed a blight.
And this is the risk that we were talking about. Going into these areas of darkness, Nocturne is quickly able to collapse onto you, and so BDS find themselves a pick, and they'll start off the Baron.
Ice is going to do this incredibly quick. Look at the on-hit beginners. Fnatic have to play this numbers game with a disadvantage. Mickey's up in 10, but nowhere nearby. Teleport burned in. BDS in front of the Baron. The engage starts off again. The skies will eventually descend upon them. The weight of the world seems heavy, but Upset is who we now watch. Setting up with a rend in hand. Razork jumps in, but kiting back his eyes. He's still hitting Baron, though, and Baron's hitting back. Upset's getting reset off it, and I'm worried. I'm so worried that again, Upset will put everyone in tears.
That's a triple kill for Upset. And remember that in the earlier engage, BDS were targeting Upset. This time round, Upset could play without the fear of that wombo combo coming through. The Baron is going to be turned over to Fnatic.
Ice. Oi, oi, oi. Ooh. A little bit late. Upset flushes over the hallway.
Spear after spear, playing with nothing but confidence. He secures the triple kill. Humanoid picks up one at the end, and they convert it into a Baron.
Humanoid just sits there AFK, pressing Q on a shed. Highlights over to Upset, but Humanoid made sure that this 3 item is big, but the submarine starts it off again. Under the water we go, Paris. 3-man knockup is good, and there's the first kill for Ice. He has open season. Mickey can't get him, but Oscarinin knocks him into Razork's hand. A pulverize in response. Upset's still alive, and again, the battle of 80 carries seems to be won out by none other than the Fnatic 80 carry. Once again, Fnatic makes sure this fight remains theirs.
BDS don't want the game to slow down. They don't want the momentum to go back in the favor of Fnatic. So they pull the trigger again. They lock down Humanoid. They do get the kill. But this time around, again, they don't have any threat onto Upset. And when you give this man the freedom to free hit, he tears your team apart.
Got a Chuck show. He's only 2 items with damage, but it seems to be enough. And he seems to be so hard to kill. Open inhibitor through mid. 6k gold lead, and all of a sudden Fnatic are setting this up to be a 2-0 slam dunk.
Fnatic have so quickly swung this game in their favor. BDS's composition looked terrifying to clean up the fight in their favor.
Him and Mickey have been on a tear, and once again, like, Mickey goes in at 100 HP, he's thrown in, lights are turned off. Looking for the switch as Oscarinin just goes blindly. His team were elsewhere. Oscar's going to buy some time as Fnatic need to help him. Eat some humble pie. Shockwave used, but Oscar's out of the way. Now here's the re-engage. Nuke goes golden. He buys some time. 113 tries to get him out of the way, but there's a semi-ult coming through while Ice needs to poke, but Humanoid's already killed off one, and the chase begins yet again. Mickey's Nico does it so much better. You watch upside with the Stand United under the turret mean absolutely nothing. Fnatic are playing with fire, and BDS are burning their feet.
Humanoid melts through the lineup of BDS with the skies falling, getting a nice stun onto Nuke. The Dragon's Breath doing monumental damage. It's another ace in favor of Fnatic. And BDS, they find themselves with little to defend their Nexus.
It's Fnatic who are really fighting to show they're worth the first place, and this series is giving us a lot of data. The first team to lock in playoffs. All it takes is a Nexus explosion as Paris gets explosive cast back, and his ulti, it's not up and available, so that's an ace. Fnatic will move closer to 10K into the final blow. Paranoia against the Gragas. There will be an E coming up. He gets over the wall. 113 has no one else. There's Upset. Flash already burned, but 113 is in the heart of it all. Humanoid gets over. Shockwave can't kill him, and Upset is now on the chase. Humanoid is flying. Once again, the skies have just descended into his back pocket. Somehow it fits. But Fnatic just keep getting kill after kill. BDS just want to keep fighting. Credit to them, but Fnatic win every single fight.
Fnatic are overstaying. They want the tower as well. They know they have the numbers advantage. TP available on Humanoids.
113's not up for 30 seconds. There's no Shockwave. Explosive cast. Nuke gets sent to the side. Upset steps forward, but it's only inhibitor for now. 2 inhibitors down, and
Shot him. He's going to be able to come back.
What am I saying there, Betty? We've had 13.5K gold comebacks. Like, anything's possible in this game, but 113 can't get caught out here. Paranoia to turn the lights off. Would it even help him? He's going to do it anyway. Re-engages to die. 4 versus 5. Humanoid is ready to bring the lights off, but from the universe to say goodnight. Upset, it's a good Shockwave in response. Health bar's blighted, but Ice, even though he gets the kill, BDS, will it be enough? Maybe the answer is yes. Nuke did a great job. He keeps the game going.
It's being a 1-for-1. The base of BDS is in tatters, but with the Baron respawning, Fnatic can turn their attention to it. No smite available for BDS. Pings are coming down though. Nuke has the teleport available, and it looks like BDS want to fight.
But 113's not there. The lights will remain on, and for Irrelevant, he needs some kind of shadow dash from the gods. Nuke Shockwave not available either. The steal, no. Can't beat a smite as Nuke has run in right in front of Razork. Humanoid is unleashing the beast. Unfortunately, makes it well done in the end for the stake, and Paris will just sit there and loathe while the rest of BDS drop down. Fnatic are making this look so skilled, so classy, so nice, with another triple over to Humanoid for BDS against the first place team. This truly is good night.
Fnatic set their sights on the Nexus in what has been a hard-fought series against BDS. They're looking to lock their spot in playoffs.
The first team to do it in spring of the LEC 2025. Fnatic are your best. KC will follow. And this is what we've got here in Europe. This is Fnatic in peak.
Team comp, they have very good side lanes too. The Yone and the Gnar both able to bully out opponents if they get ahead. And also, Yike is an extra carry. This Lilia very unique in the way that she can carry the game.
She's like running down towards bot, but must have been his TP to get to top lane. Adam TP to bot lane. So overall, just a nice exchange for Rogue, as Yike is going to force Execute down to about half HP. But there's a few different steps in there, with Yike spending more time bot side, Maron being able to do a full clear. He could then shadow mid while Execute goes for the engage, and there's the knockback! And
Worth
Bloody
noting as well, just that one stack, which can occasionally be valuable there too. Yike has level 6. Red side, typically worse for taking the growth because you're stuck against the wall. And your choke points are a little hard. Let's see if KC can do anything about that. If they want to, if they can, there's the wall stop.
Artemis goes in, there's the bullet time follow-up into the bait, sealed. The combination perfect from Carmine Corp. They'll lose their support, but they've killed the enemy jungler, and Yike should be able to secure these grubs.
Telling you, your worst enemy while taking Grugs is this line there. The wall stun comes through.
Generally, at 15 minutes, Carmine Core about 700 gold behind. Good. Melting Lullaby here will get the sleep. They follow up onto Execute. They wake him up a little bit late, and they'll manage to get the kill. A couple of tower shots tanked there by Yike, but even with the Ignite, it's not going to kill him. The curtain's open. A TP's coming in as well. Targamas tanks a shot. He'll die to it. Beats go over to Rogue, at least a beat of Warfare, as Larssen goes in for another. Kalist will fall. Larssen gets his third.
There might be a fight coming up here. Big rotation. Do they back off when they see Execute? No. Here comes
TP behind. Bait sealed onto 2. Glacial Prism going wide. Vladdy very low, but he'll snap back. Targus now stunned up. There's the bullet time. Only really going to clip onto Execute. Adam coming into the middle of the fray as well with that teleport. He'll find one. Good Narm onto the back wall as Kana looks for 2, and he'll find him. 1 for Yike, 1 for Kana. And in the end, Roga cleaned up in the top side.
Kana misses flights, does not miss ulties, gets himself a great amount of kill participation in that top side. And Casey, with the 3 grubs, will be able to take at least another plate here, probably the whole turret, with the next wave coming in. And you know what? It's not 15 minutes yet, and they've just got ahead in gold, despite our worries before that. They've gone from 500 gold behind to 700 ahead-ish.
You're saying they're going to lose about 1,500 gold in the next 3 minutes? Yeah. Okay.
Exactly. We're going to have a little bit of a mountain range here. Up, down, up, down.
It will be fun. We'll see if...
Trick. Good accuracy so far. Goes back to the first item collector. Kana just going mini. That could be a problem. Forces the flash.
Oh, he's just going to knock up on it because there was a ward on top of it. So he kind of walked forward into it, and then the Infernal Chains will lock him up. Really nice ward there from Patrick, so he walks away. Egg will have his flash up in a couple of moments' time and has that Loathing Lullaby, but I don't think we're going to see them get in for the Drake. Keeper's Verdict was channeled.
Of the terrain they're in.
Interestingly, I think Adam's TP is just about to come off cooldown. So teleport in from Kana, put some pressure on that bot side tower. Rift Herald secured. Vladdy is on the wrong side of the Rift right now. His Execute will lock him up. Bait sealed. Glacial Prison going wide, but the Emperor's Divide does not do so. Vladdy will be the first to fall here. Unbinds his soul, but still goes down. The bullet time and Loathing Lullaby finds 2. Marang falling lower. Adams, though, still very tanky with the World Ender coming out. And Rogue will try and turn it around. Adams stepping forward. Curtains open. Yike, the first target. He'll eat 2. Keeper's Verdict knocks back 1. But Adam continues to chase forward. Yikes.
Whatever shall we do?
We'll have to start tracking at 17 rather than at 50, and I think Nymera to
big fight as well. The Lily of Sleep is not going to be as impactful onto that stasis of Larssen, who's getting a lot of gold. He is getting a lot of free time. He's free to farm whatever he wants, and Kana's caught out in side lane.
It's the Flash trying to get away from this one. Mega Nav a long way away, and the Permafrost sends him to an icy grave. Rogue have 9 on the board. 476 ways of making it into our playoffs with tiebreakers, and about 540 ways of not making it through tiebreakers and all. Yike. Almost falls, but the Keeper's Verdict gets the knockback, but now you can't really fight. Oh! Did you see that? Patrick channels the curtain call. Someone aggroes the Drake. Patrick gets knocked out of his curtain call. Slight miscommunication there, perhaps. In fact, it may have even been Patrick aggroing the Drake with the curtain call.
Yeah.
Next chance to make it through playoffs, because you get your pick of the litter. TP coming in from Carmine Corp here as Kana joins this topside play towards the Atakan.
This is the new Atakan, of course, Thornbound. It's not getting contested as it seems right now. Rogue letting this go. Will say, from the games I've seen of this, Atakan does not feel as immediately powerful. That's a good wall stun.
Yeah, a kill does help you, though, in making it a little bit more powerful. And Carmine Corp will find it. Great stun into the wall. Follow up from Kana with the Gnar. Overall, I think they got about 14 extra petals from it, as Adam is going to be TP'd behind here.
This is what happens with it. Basically, you get more petals. Your petals are more valuable, which means you get more XP and the adaptive force. And also on a kill, you get a little blast around the enemy that has been killed, which we actually just saw on the screen there when they kill Execute, which gives a slow and sweet
treat. They like
treat.
cherries, it's true. It's true.
It's a little treat as well as something nice to look at.
Perhaps a fight in the mid lane? Patrick stepping forward. Across the wall comes Marang. Cleanse out from Kalist. He'll survive. Good knock into the wall there as Adam tried to get in the middle of the fight, but he just can't move at all. Adam will fall. Larssen dives in. The Emperor's Divide does nothing at all as Rogue walk away with their tails tucked between their legs.
Yeah, both summoners out of Kalist, but it's not the kill. Rogue overestimate themselves, and Adam finds himself right next to a wall against the Poppy. Targamas been pivotal to most of the picks which Carmine Corp have found so far, and this will also open up the mid lane turret as Rogue have to seed that.
Yeah, Targamas has been involved in every single kill for his team, even keeping Marang a little bit interested as he started up the Wolves. Bloody jumps in, Patrick flashes away immediately. Curtains open, Kana can block this all though. More about dissuading Carmine Corp from going for more.
Targamas has got to be doing overdrive on disengage for his AD carry. I think if the MF goes down too easily, it's a big problem. Kind of taking some damage off for Execute though, that's important.
He's going to chase him down here. Gets the Gnar into the wall as well, and Execute just wasn't with his team. Carmine Corp find a pick before the play really even begins. Drake up in 13 seconds. They'll try and get control over the mid lane, but the problem is with the Glacial Prison carving out, the Emperor's Divide follows up. Kalist stepped a bit too greedily forward. Larssen with the Zhonyas and flashes away. through the Loading Lullaby. He survives, but the Fate Sealed will mark his demise. Adam with the World Ender just trying to retreat now as Carmine Corp have found 2 off the play in totality.
So carry for carry traded, Dragon is still alive, and when you have the Lily up, the objective damage is never a problem. So that will be Dragon going over towards KC. They delay Soul Point, and Rogue, who we had assumed would feel a little bit more comfortable and we've gotten to our bigger objective fights, don't really set up that well for that. And you miss out on another important play. Kanna's now jumping on Patrick.
And Patrick has no flash here as well. Targamas just looking to knock him into the wall. The chase continues. Patrick's dead. Kanna gets the kill. And that's 2 times in quick succession that someone from Rogue has just been totally mispositioned.
Look, playing on the Mini-Gnar. Finds Execute as he's looking to set up vision around the play. Greedy with his flash, perhaps, to be opportunistic even when you're behind the story, behind the pace of the game, to potentially get back into it.
Okay, so you've had a bit of practice doing that this split. The last few series haven't been as strong as they'd like them to be. The Glacial Prism coming out onto Targamas. He doesn't get an opportunity to move. Meanwhile, Kanna jumping in. Goes Mega a little bit too late. Magnussor's going to chase him down. Loading Lullaby onto Execute will spell his death as Rogue begin to retreat. So far, we're 1-for-1. But the supports have fallen. Yike still chasing in.
What a very short location. Wasn't there that guy that's found a way? How long? Hang on a second. On the top side.
Oh, Vladdy going in. Pops the Fate Sealed, goes in with the Soul Unbound, chases Adam down, and Vladdy! Whew. That was nice.
While you were using Flash, he was studying the blade, gets himself a kill on that top side. Vladdy solo kill. Takes Vladdy, Adam's Flash off the board too. Important tool down. Rogue now out of position on that side lane to set up for the next couple of plays around the Dragon and the Baron.
Targamas trying to chase Malrang out of the jungle, puts a little bit of vision down. Carmine Corp will start up the Drake. Kanna recalling in the bot lane, likely has an item, does have that teleport. Instead, decides to TP in immediately. Malrang, though, can sneak in here. Swell Seed goes down. Vladdy dives, Board Keeper's Verdict knocks out Malrang, and Carmine Corp will secure the Baron for themselves. The chase continues as Kanna's looking for Execute once again. Yike going forward. Swell Seed into the Magnustorm pullback. Larson's coming in from the side here as well as Kanna gets the Narm into the wall, but the follow-up just isn't there for Rogue. Yike continues to step in. And it was a 2v4 for a while there. Carmine Corp get out of it. And Yike just waltzes away.
Really clean Baron take from Carmine Corp.
Yeah, it was nice.
Starts off with an opportunistic solo kill on the side lane by Vladdy, but then KC immediately just say, all right, we can disengage the jungle with a pop, the ult, clean take, and Rogue, they're completely behind the game now. They are now going to have to deal with the side lane push, which has actually come online. Now it's Vladdy, he might go for another one.
Yeah, I think Adam's
got to be
dead.
careful.
I think Adam's dead. Q3 lands. There's the World Ender. Vladdy has the Fate Sealed back up and has the flash, and we'll just, oh my god! Oh, I've seen less clean combos in Tekken, man. That guy just absolutely demolished him. Then dodges away. Permafrost onto him, though. Larson's chasing him down. Vladdy will die in the end, but he got a TP, a flash, an ultimate out for it. And all the meanwhile, his team is taking Drake and taking names as they secure 2 tier 2s.
Just cut the clip a little bit short. You can chuck it in the montage. Vladdy really playing well individually on the Yone, and Rogue falling apart a little bit now against the Baron buff in the other lanes. One turret falls, the second one will fall down here, and Rogue, it just doesn't feel like they have the setup to pick anyone out of position. Targum is protecting Kaliss.
Leave their base in that time.
Trying to play around some of the vision around their base, but how do you defend from this? You have to push up lanes. Feels like if you go too far, you get caught out. Adam's trying to force something.
Oh, Larson going in as well. Kanna not quite Mega Gnar yet. Does get the Mega Gnar. Larson pops the stopwatch. Magnustorm comes in as well, but Larson goes pop first. Kanna's going to die as well, but the follow-up coming out from Carmine Corp. Vladdy misses the Fate Sealed, and because of that, his fate is done. Adam finds 2, double Loading Lullaby, though, from Yike as he chases in. Watch out, Eep! Adam's going to fall to Yike with the Leandries. The curtains open, and Patrick quickly shuts them, realizing Carmine Corp are looking in. Malrang's going to fall. Carmine Corp will walk away. 4 for 2 the exchange, and the Nexus in their eyes.
It all looks fine until the other carry turns up. Yike brings the 3,000 gold lead to bear, and Carmine Corp will look towards the Nexus.
We wondered how they bounced back after a week off, while Carmine Corp have shown the blue wall is as tall as ever. 1-0 against Rogue.
There was a little while in that game where KC were made to think, to stumble a little bit, in the meta.
It's so strong. I've loved Yorick since his changes where he was playable in jungle as well.
Mori?
I remember, I mean, the good old days of Yorick. He was really powerful, but also 3 of those graves. You see that little pink thing standing next to Kanna? That's a grave. You need 3 of those to be able to spawn your ghouls. Here we go. They go for the tower dive. Kana goes in first. Dark Possession. Kana's locked under the tower. It will be a 1-for-1 in the exchange. A plate falls as well for Karmine Corp.
Yeah, so the problem here now is kill went over to the Yorick and not to the Jace. So the individual matchup going the side of Rogue. That is a problem. Adam will be able to teleport back towards that lane, get himself a combat arm, gets himself a Sheen on the first back. That's a problem for Kana.
Engage happening onto Kalista as well, who uses the barrier. Trample Stun onto Execute into the Pulverize. Execute trying to dance back to Patrick, but can't get close enough. Karmine Corp get a kill in the going down. Kana jumps onto Adam, but that Maiden's going to start doing a lot of work. Maran dives forward. The follow-up from Execute as well, as Kana is the first to fall. Flash over from Vladdy, but onto the wrong side. He's going to get chased down by Adam, and Maran can't quite get close enough. The win becomes likely not going to connect. Good knockup from Darkness. Execute dashes away. Yike here with the cease and desist into the trample stun. There's the follow-up. Execute will fall. Vladdy almost taken down by the Maiden, but the Maiden dies in time. Yike
The Zeri getting this much gold is disaster for Rogue, because while you are waiting for the Yorick to get back, why is Execute walking on a turret?
Well, because he can. Because he can. He gets the quickness down.
No, he can't.
Well, no, he could. Just died.
True. Consequences of the actions he has taken. Yeah, that's a head scratcher. Goes under tower.
He's living up to his name.
Yeah, well, no, he didn't, because it wasn't even Execute. Just died.
Ah, true, actually, yeah.
We actually have a term for that in League of Legends.
What, dying?
Yeah, dying without the enemy champions.
Ah, true.
Yeah,
Yes,
I know.
Yes.
We have all of the technology in words nowadays.
That we do. Kalista's going to get the first tower of the game. And with it, about a 2,500 gold lead for Karmine Corp. They're in a very solid spot.
Now, outvalued him for portions of that game. Hang on a second. Kana might be get jumped on multiple people here.
Doesn't have flash. There's the Dark Possession, and he's on the wrong side of it. Gravity Well there for the follow-up. Maiden comes down as well, just to make sure that Kana is dead. Rogue will get their third on the board, and all of them in Adam's hands.
Top side, so people have to back off from that turret. Looks like we are having a split map. Glad using those 3 grubs. Top side, getting some gold for themselves. Other side, see how quickly Adam can return fire from the bot lane turret.
You see Kana, just backs off immediately, and Adam should be able to take that tower. He's got the Triforce complete. Sheen proc with the last rites. Not quite enough. Dark Possession coming out. Kana being very greedy here. Stepping up, and he didn't know where the enemy jungler was at all. That was good from Adam and from Maran. Maran staying around even after the tower was low, but a little greedy from Kana being that far forward.
Little unnecessary. You've just taken mid and top lane out of turrets. You are winning on the map. The tower's going down anyway. I know it feels a little bit bad to give that advantage over towards the Yorick, but you're fine in a compositional standpoint. Herald will still be taken by KC as well. They lose the Jace. Yeah, not a great thing, but across the rest of the map, wins.
Kana not going to be worth too much gold right now either.
True.
So it's not the end of the world, but it was just really greedy for a wave. You're never going to keep that tower standing with Adam already pounding on it. You lose the Drake towards this bottom side as well.
Waves are all pushing in towards Rogue's side of the map, so KC, good presence pretty much everywhere. See how much they can keep that up, and they use the Herald now to push their advantage.
The push from Vladdy and from Yike is an easy enough tier 2 for Karmine Corp.
Yeah, she's scary. I think one of the scary ones was Neferi, where the dogs are actually bigger than Neferi herself at that point. He doesn't have a big Maiden this time, though. Gets the E onto him.
There's a Maiden nearby, but she has to take the long route round, and Adam realizes he's currently Maidenless. The Maiden will come in after he dies, and will follow suit.
AC just full court pressing.
Oh, Patrick. Killer Instinct onto Kalist here. Kalist pops the barrier. Yike coming in from the side as well. Vladdy then flanks. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna say the Killer Instinct was suboptimal. He surfs across that little bit of terrain. The flank is happening here from Vladdy. Patrick spots him though as he tries to get around. Kana landing a shot blast as Karmine Corp have started up the Atakan. They'll still give you that magic and armor shred if you tank it up, so they want to be a little bit cautious. Yike goes in, punches the Maiden, the engage from Execute with the lightning crash, and Kana's follow-up is sublime. Vladdy diving in as well, as Marang is the second target for Karmine Corp. They find 2. Oh my god, Vladdy's damage is insanity! He kills off Patrick. Larson, the one he's chasing down now. The shot blast not quite enough, as Kalist will eventually kill Adam. Yeah, that's just the unexpected Akali is the deadliest, apparently. Just an assassin for a
Casey, really good job managing side lanes to make sure that Adam has never managed to take over this game through a side lane. It has been about them finding the picks, punishing the front line of Rogue, and denying so many just random bits and pieces of gold from Rogue over time, leading them out.
Ultra Shock plays into Shock Blast, gets Patrick down to a third of his HP. Carmine Corp will take another tier 2, second of the game. Kana's pushing through mid. There's a wave on its way, and you can see Carmine Corp take the quick route through the jungle to try and take down another turret. Shouldn't be too much for them to do. Execute as he steps forward in the jungle. Execute goes in, and again, the grand entrance is purely ceremonial. Doesn't quite land the knocker. Malrang dashes forward. Shock Blast is going to connect. Cease and desist onto the backline. Knocks Malrang back. There's the lightning crash. And it might be done without a Baron even needing to be slain. Execute flashes away, but the rest of his team cannot escape the clutches of Vladdy. A double for the Akali. Kalist dives in onto Adam. He'll fall as well. Carmine Corp find 4.
Have no leg to stand on.
And it looks like Carmine Corp don't think they can end off this push. It is shortish. Timer's only 26 minutes into the game, so they'll go double inhib, or at least inhib tower and a single inhib. You can see Kalist and Yike on your minimap are doing the Baron, so should be able to secure this one without any real contest from Rogue. Malrang's running down on the bottom side. It would be a mammoth task if somehow he manages to steal this. Obviously
On the bottom side of the map, but I mean, Vladdy is back into the play. Casey back in there. And yeah, he's flanking, and that is a dangerous angle.
Unseen Vladdy is the deadliest. Malrang jumps in, double knock-up as well. The follow-up, though, from Vladdy and Patrick is Pop Trick as Execute the next target. Perfect execution here from Carmine Corp and perfect execution from Vladdy. Even manages to land the Proto Belt at the end. Carmine Corp once again find 4. Adam, I mean, you're on vision, my dude. You're spotted out. Actually, maybe hugging the wall means that he isn't seen. Kano and Vladdy will make the march to the Nexus as Carmine Corp will secure their 6th win of spring and a spot at the top of the table.
KC came in today with a couple of worries about them. A couple of series just before the break. I felt like they weren't clean. They were falling behind in the early game. Of course, against Rogue, they wanted to show their best side, and I think they snowballed magnificently.
That they did. Game 2 much cleaner than game 1, but still a solid performance from Carmine Corp. For Rogue, commiserations. Their hopes very much not in their hands. One more series for